look in the mirror, man, you're so dirty. Yeah, you look so dirty. You were never worthy. Lately, it's you.
Welcome to the Jeremy Hill Show. If you're easily triggered, leave now, because this is not the show for you. Now, in this reaction video, what I'm going to bring to you is a Mexican woman who has very strong words for the people of her community. She is upset, as many other people are, about the Mexicans in Dallas, Texas, burning the American flag. So she wants to talk about it because people in her own community has been calling her a sellout simply because she voted for Trump and sees no issues with the deporting people of our own culture. Okay, so I think it was pretty interesting. Let's go ahead and get to it right quick. Give me a second. I'll put on your screen. Boom, there we go. Like I always say, y'all, let's get it.
Look, I cannot speak for everybody, okay? But I know right now this is a sensitive time and people keep on going on in the comments and there's so much hate in my comments, it's ridiculous. But I don't even try to block you guys. I don't filter it through. I just let you guys say what you want to say because I know a lot of you guys are hurt and scared, okay? And I understand that. So I'm not going to sit there and block every single one of you. There's too many of you guys. There's too much hate. Too many of you guys. And that you just so happen to be Democrats. I'm not trying to make this about Republican and Democrats, but you guys make me feel like I have to choose. And if I have to choose according to you guys, I'm going to always be a Republican. Because what you guys fail to understand is you are here in America. And right now, the protest is going on in Dallas, Texas. It's so disrespectful. You guys came to the United States for a better life. And it's so disrespectful to be out there protesting, burning the American flag and spitting on it. The whole reason why you're even on this app is because Donald Trump got it back. The only reason you guys are able to say what you want to say and have no consequences to your actions, to a certain extent, is because of the First Amendment here in the United States. If you guys were to go to Mexico and go burn the Mexican flag, do you know what will happen to you? If you guys went to any other country with the BS you guys are bringing to the United States, it will not fly. But for some reason, because you guys feel so free and mighty here, you guys feel like you can just say and do whatever you want and it's okay. And if we don't agree with it, then we're racist. I don't know where you guys got this like victim mentality, but it's embarrassing. It's super embarrassing. The fact is, you could be proud to be a Mexican American. You can be proud to be wherever you're from, wherever your roots are from. You could be from wherever you are in the world and be proud of it. But when you're in America, you're going to respect America, okay? Because people here are coming for a better life. And a lot of people here are struggling already as it is. And then having you guys go out there and protest with them flags is not going to do nothing. That's not going to bring awareness. You want to bring awareness? You want to represent your people? You want to actually do something? Take all that crowd that's out there protesting. Why don't y'all go to the border with that? Okay? Go to Mexico with that. You guys pick a date and all go together and go in front of Mexico, the president of Mexico, go to Claudia and say, hey, what's happening out here? Why is our parents and our grandparents having to flee this beautiful country? Why do they have to go to America?
And that is the point. That really is the point. I think a lot of people's frustrations and angers are misdirected. You should really you should really think that. Why do people have to run from another country to another country for refuge or to start a better life? Why would they have to do that? Unless there's something wrong with their country, unless there's corruption there and all kinds of other bad things there. Why not stay to try to fix the country that you're born in? You can still come to America. I'm not saying nobody shouldn't come to America for somebody getting there and get all in their feelings and shit when they hear my show. But my thing is, do you hate your country so much that you're willing to disrespect the country that you're in because you don't want to go back to that country? It's not really our fault as Americans that other countries don't have the same type of opportunities that we have. But you got to understand the opportunities that Mexicans, blacks, and many other people from different ethnic backgrounds enjoy comes from blood and sacrifice, sweat and tears. A lot of black people died for you to have them civil rights. There was white people who was injured as well, who was parts of the civil rights before the civil rights. This has been a long time coming, but a lot of black folks helped y'all to get here. I'm just being honest with you. So it ain't just black folks. There's been white people that got beat up and hurt and stuff, and other people from different ethnic groups in order for us to be able to sit in the same movie theaters together with other people of different ethnic groups and cultures and shit like that, you know? So we didn't go back, some racist people would say, go back to Africa. Because truth be told, a lot of Africans don't accept black Americans. A lot of them don't. So we had to make do with what we had. Not me personally, but, you know, the descendants of the slaves and stuff like that, right? So they built this country. Okay, they built the country. They fixed the country, if you want to call it that. So if we can do that, my question is for all those who are mad and said it ain't fair that we're getting put back in this country or we don't want to go back to that country, how come y'all not willing to fix that country? It's going to require the same amount of blood, the same amount of sacrifice and tears and struggles that black American people had to give this country in order for you to enjoy the conveniences of this country and the comforts of this country. And this is not directed at any certain group of people. That's for many types of people that's doing this, that's out there burning the American flag. Do you realize that, I know when you burn the American flag, you think you're saying, you're giving us a big fuck you America and stuff like that. But do you realize you're also disrespecting the people who served the country and died to protect the certain ideals that you enjoy right now in this country? You disrespect Mexicans because they also served in the military and have lost their lives in the military, trying to protect the freedoms and the things that you enjoy. You disrespect the black people who also gave their lives in the military. You disrespect the white people who gave their lives in the military. You disrespect Brazil. I'm trying to think of the people I served with. Brazilians who gave their lives in the military, Brazilian Americans. You disrespect every law enforcement that's a Mexican who loses his life or her life in these streets trying to protect your community. You disrespect all the black ones, the black officers, the white officers. So this goes way further than what you say. When you think you burning that American flag, you ain't just saying fuck you saying fuck yourselves too, because you are also part of the military. I've been in it, I've seen it, and I also know those who went to Afghanistan who did not return from Afghanistan when I was in my tour of service. That was Mexican. So when you saying that, are you saying fuck them and their families? It's all right to protest now. I ain't got no problem with nobody protesting, but I want to, do you ever think about what you're doing? Because all these rights where you can go from point A to point B, now everybody gets some racism, all right? Everybody get an equal share of mistreatment from America. White people get mistreated by Americans, black people get mistreated by Americans, Mexicans get mistreated by Americans. In some way, we all got some kind of issues with America. But the things where you can celebrate your culture on, Cinco de Mayo and all these other things like that, and black folks got their stuff. Everybody got their own thing, their cultural things. Do you realize the people who died in military protected those rights for you to have? The ones that served underneath the American flag, because when we joined the military, I know I had to, you had to take an oath to the flag. So when you do that shit, you are disrespecting every veteran out there. You're disrespecting every man or woman who served in any type of uniform out there. You're disrespecting them. You're disrespecting their families. You're doing all that shit. Do you understand how far this goes? Because right now, a lot of y'all are just in your feelings right now. But you are really disrespecting people who died for you to be able to protest. You fool. Let's keep going.
When they want to live here, but they can't. Why don't you go straight to the source and stop blaming America for everything that's going on right now? If you go to any other country and you try to live there and get citizenship, they're gonna tell you the same thing. I don't know why you guys are making it seem like America is like so racist. Yes, they're racism. Yes, there's Republicans who are super racist, okay? That was taught. Somebody taught them that. But that doesn't make everybody like that. Not everybody is racist. In America, don't owe you nothing. A lot of you guys, I know this is gonna hurt. This is gonna hurt. I'm warning you right now, this is gonna hurt you. But a lot of you guys had your parents and grandparents here for over decades. And as a first generation, or even if you're like in the military or whatever, you guys had plenty of time to legalize or help in the process, help start the process to legalize your family. And you didn't do that. You didn't do it. You waited till last minute, till Trump got in office to be like, oh no, they're gonna deport my family members. What has Trump been saying this whole time? And if Trump is the bad guy, then how come Biden didn't do anything? Why didn't Biden fix it while he was the president? Why didn't you guys tell Obama the same thing that you guys are telling Trump? Why didn't you guys tell Obama, why are you deporting my people?
She makes an excellent point. Obama was one of the and y'all gotta look it up for yourselves. Obama deported a lot of people, a lot of illegal people. He did. He really did. I think before Trump, I think they said that actually he deported the most out of any other president, but he didn't get any BS behind it like Trump is getting behind it. I don't know why. It's just like they picking on the other guy more than the other guy. I don't know if it's because of his delivery or whatever, but if you actually take your time, do the research, you'll discover that underneath Obama's administration, he was deporting illegals left and right. They just wasn't covering it the way that they are doing Trump right now. Let's keep going.
He did the same thing and said the same thing that Trump is saying. I'm confused right now. Why are you guys attacking me, coming from my skin color, talking about why you vote for a racist? You voted for a racist white man. And then turn around and say some racist to me and coming after my skin color. What the problem is, the problem in my community, the problem in the Mexican community is a lot of you light-skinned Mexicans think you're better than the dark-skinned Mexicans. And you've always been that way.
I love what she just said because I have a Mexican friend, older gentleman, who have told me the same thing, that lighter Mexicans think they're better than the darker Mexicans. Kind of like in the black community where people say lighter black women or men think they're better than the darker skinned men or women. So they sounding like us, ain't they? You know what I'm saying? In the black community. But yeah, they do have that problem. The thing is, they're not as vocal about it as we are in our community. You know, in the black community, we like to say everything we feel, right? But in their community, they try to keep a lot of stuff in-house. Even though they are dealing with the same struggles that black people are dealing with, they'd rather keep it in-house and talk about the black folks. I mean, I've been around it, so I'm not putting nobody down, but I've seen it. Maybe some of you have too, but I have seen that. But they have the same conflicts that a lot of black American has within their community. Can you get it? Or should I say, can you dig it? My bad. But I'm so surprised that she even touched on that because that's something that you hardly, if not ever, hear about Mexicans having problems with each other based on skin color. Let's keep going.
You always been that way. The fact is, once your parents crossed over the border and you became a U.S. citizen, it's your responsibility to do something with yourself. Your responsibility to make something of yourself. And if you're hitting 30, 40 years old and you still ain't done nothing and you're still relying completely on the government, you ain't got no plans, you ain't got no future, you ain't got your goals, then you're just lazy. And you should go back to Mexico. You should. Because when you're out there in Mexico, you will see that our people are some hard-working people. And the only reason that you don't see people protesting in the fields, working the fields, is because they're just grateful to be there. They're grateful to work. They're gonna settle for pennies and nickels because they're just happy to be there. That's the only reason they're not saying nothing. But now you guys want to say something now that they're starting to deport criminals. Criminals. They're deporting criminals. And if they are, okay, let's just go with your narrative, right? If they are going around deporting everyone, deporting people, right? Innocent people, I understand where you might be getting a little frustrated and scared. I get that. If that's what's really happening, because I don't think it's happening. I haven't seen any videos of it. All I've seen is Mexicans who've gotten arrested and then released once they realize that they don't have no criminal record. That I've seen. But I don't know where you guys are getting or who's scaring you guys. But stop listening to everybody. And just to FYI, I'm American. I'm a Mexican American. I have papers, okay? I am a USA citizen. I'm not getting deported just because I'm brown. You guys keep on telling me in the comments, wait till your brown ass gets deported. I'm not getting deported because I'm not a criminal.
And that is also important to realize. The people who are being deported are criminals. This is why they're called illegals. This is why they're being called illegal immigrants. They're not deporting people who are legal. They are not deporting people who are following the laws. They are deporting people who underneath the laws are called criminals. They don't have to be gangbangers. They don't have to sell drugs. They don't have to be rapists. They don't have to be robbers to be considered illegals. All they have to do is enter the country illegally to be considered illegals. See, the problem is y'all feelings get involved with this shit. That's one of the biggest problems right there. You want to excuse the fact that they transgressed against the law simply because they may have good personalities, easy to get along with, and stay out of trouble. That does not mean that they are not illegal. For example, a person can commit a heinous crime, take someone's life today, move to another city to get away from that so that there won't be any type of connection tying them to that murder, and be nice to everybody there to the point where everybody accepts him based on his personality and because he's easygoing and easy to get with, easy to hang around. He works in the community. He has a good paying job. Everyone loves him. But that doesn't change the fact that he transgressed against the law. It doesn't change the fact that he is still an illegal person who violated the law, or a person who just broke the law. He still have to stand before a judge and face the consequence that comes along with his action, right? He's still an illegal. A lot of y'all let your feelings get involved. Well, I feel like that's a good person right there. I feel that he or she are nice people. Why should this happen to them? Because they broke the law. It's really just that simple. It ain't no gray in that. It's black and white. They broke the law. No one is saying not to come back. We're saying get out because you broke the law and come back in legally. I don't know how that's getting lost in translation. I don't get that.
I really, really am very upset with you guys. And at the same time, I'm just sad. I'm sad to see that you guys are embarrassing us. You guys are embarrassing. You guys are super embarrassing. Talking about I'm a traitor. You know what happened to Lake and Riley? You know there's a lot of people like Lake and Riley who got unalived by people that are not from this country. So all they're doing is trying to protect this country and trying to clean it up. But you cannot have an open border and then just expect everybody that comes in gets free everything. Because if that was the case, then how come you don't open up your house and your doors and let them in your house?
Period. That's a good example, a great analogy. If you feel so strongly, let them in your house. Let them have privilege to everything in your house. Why don't you just do that? You ain't gonna do that shit, are you? Well, anyway, though, yeah, y'all have a good one, man. Like I always said, man, y'all take it easy out here.